What's up, everybody? It's Brandon from Box Office Banner and Cult Flick Symposium. I'm here to talk to you about Ordinary Angels. This is no ordinary movie, people, because it's a true story, and it's heart-wrenching, and it's drama-filled, and it's from my hometown of Louisville, Kentucky. Yes, we have heard the legends of Hilary Swank and all her Ordinary Angels. Actually, I'd never heard of this story before. Fun fact, though, the guy that does lights for my building that I work at, see him all the time, stops in. He'd been talking about how there was a movie that was coming out. I didn't know like how serious it was. I didn't think, for some reason, movie reviewer you'd think, but I didn't know it was like supposed to be like a big deal or anything like that. There's shitty movies that come out all the time, but I heard him say that in passing a couple times. More like overhearing it in other conversations, like, oh, and I think he told me one time. And I missed this movie multiple occasions, even though I wanted to see it. And then I went over, to my boss and shit, and I was like, I need to go see that Ordinary Angels movie. Like, you care if I get off a little earlier because it only shows at this time. It's almost out of theaters now. This might be my last chance. And they were like, sorry, bub, or whatever. It's not going to be able to happen today. However it went. Can't really remember. But I remember him saying, like, ain't that one dude's movie? I'm like, one dude's movie? And then it hit me. I was like, are you talking about the... And it is. Like, it's his mom is Hilary Swank in the movie. I don't know if she's the kid. He's supposed to be the kid in the movie. Maybe like that's like he's a younger brother to that kid. I'm not sure. I've actually been wanting to talk to him again since I've seen the movie. But just cool that like I'm just like, what the fuck? Like I know this dude. And that's supposed to be his mom. And like that is like one of the biggest things I can say about this movie, that I can't lie due to biases and shit. Where even though I'm not like great friends with the dude, I just talk to him in passing. It's like, hey, how you doing? There's a connectivity there with that, and it being from Louisville, that made it feel a little more fucking personal. Like I'm a like Kentucky fan, and Alan Rickson in the movie is wearing UK hats like the whole fucking time. And then the fact that it's just downright like a good to great drama. I don't think it offers up any like surprises or anything of that nature. But at the end of the day, that's fine. Like, it's well acted, it's well put together, it's well shot. It's got everything you really need in a drama. The emotion, I think, is definitely there. My wife, she even admitted that she was crying a whole lot because, again, that connectivity, like, it's from Louisville. It's like, I know, and why does that affect me so much? Like, Louisville don't get that love. Like, I feel like we should. At least not downtown Louisville, and that place can be pretty crazy. I work down there. But it was just overall, like, just a well-done movie. And I think maybe I don't know how this movie did, but like I never really heard anybody talking about it. One of the biggest things I was really worried about coming into the movie, because I really like Alan Rickson, man. Like this is going back, like now he's starting to blow up, but I really like Blue Mountain State. It wasn't one of my favorite comedies of that type, but I always did enjoy it. It was like fourth string to like Workaholics and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, like shows like that, but it had its merits. I love football. I love goofy bastards. Like, why wouldn't I like this raunchy, fun comedy? And Alan Rickson always showed out in it, man. And then seeing his resurgence, and he's like, then Reacher, he's all even more like big and jacked and buff. It's just cool to see a man get his due like that. And he's doing a great job in all these movies and shit he's coming out. He was most recently, he was in Fast X too. He's just done a really good job with his career. And I've never really seen him take on like a drama role though. So while I was interested, I also was a bit worried. But from the trailers, it looked like he belonged. But it's just trailers, right? But I think that's the other thing is like anytime I see a movie where there's an actor I really like and they try something different, or at least the first time that like I've been interested in a movie where they're trying something different and it's lining up like that, and I'm getting like my first go of just like, okay, I don't know if you can do this. Let's see if you can do this. And it delivers. That adds a little more, something to it for me. I think Alan Rickson, like, stood toe to toe with everybody. I'm not saying he's as good as Swank, but if he isn't, like, he's right fucking there. And we know what Hilary Swank's going to bring to the table. And just, I mean, the fact that it's a true story, other than the Louisville stuff, I touched on that. But let's be honest, man, these true stories, there's a reason why people slap true story on, like, the most Vegas of like Vegas, Las Vegas, no, Vegas of true stories. There's a reason why, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, completely different movie. And I'm not saying another horror movie too, but you get my point. Was it's based on a true story, and like none of it was fucking real. Like Toby Hooper was literally shopping for chainsaws Like what, and just being like, and I was shopping at a department store. Like, what would be a scary thing to give? Like, what would be a scary thing to give to the murderer? Oh, a chainsaw, and then it's supposed to be a chainsaw massacre that happened. There's barely any truth to that, but they just take an element of truth and they build around it. And then you got like the Strangers, the new Strangers coming out. I'm about to review it. You know, like this is based on truth. Barely any truth to it at all. There's a reason why we like true stories, man. We're like, oh my god, like it's a movie, but it really happened. When a movie can do that, pull it off, and as far as I know, I want to talk to the lights guy. Like, is this how it actually went down? What happened? It might even like make it everything, his family and everything look better. So it might be like, yeah, it's exactly how it went down. Because you know, it's not like a horrible, you know, thing like as in what I was explaining with the horror movies. But the point is, like, the true story element does add to it. Because, you know, like when, you know, you're watching this little kid because, you know, she's got the same disease like as her mother, unless I misunderstood watching the film. Again, I'm gonna ask the fucking lights guy. He can tell me everything. But you're watching her go through the motions of this sickness, and you know, again, well acted across the board, very well done, believable. But when you're watching that as a regular movie, but you're watching it's like, oh yeah, this is a true story. Oh my god, that poor baby. It's like it almost feels more in real time. There's an effect there that helps it. But I can't really say enough about this movie, guys. Like dramas are definitely my thing, but they're not. There's not, you know, there's very few that get like my just oh my god rating. Like I want to see that and it delivers. This one did that to some degree. It was good. It didn't do enough to like stand out, but what it did all those things. Like what I knew was gonna happen happened pretty much, but it did all those things in spades, and that's gonna elevate it for me to where it's not quite like, you know, I don't know if it'll be top 10 of the year for me, but this was a damn good movie, a damn good film, and it's worth watching if you haven't. And yeah, there's some good emotion there for sure. This is cool. Again, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna talk to the lights guy. I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna get his phone number or something. No, but maybe I can get an update. Maybe I can have him on the channel and he can like lay out everything. Would that be cool? Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, I love you guys. Ordinary Angels is an 8.5 out of 10 to me. I'm gonna give it that. Wanted to give it like a 9, but just doesn't quite stand out enough, but it stands out. It does. You definitely need to check it out. It's still a great movie. Love you guys. Peace.